ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्ति। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवस्य श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथनीतं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्विताश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पति गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्नि गौरतुयसे नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आनंद लीलामय विग्रहाय हेमावदिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय श्री चैतन्य चंद्राय नमः नमस्ते। चैतन्य चंद्राय नमः नमस्ते। चैतन्य चंद्राय नमः नमस्ते। चैतन्य चंद्राय नमः। Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, is not different from Krishna, isn't it? Huh? Is it different from Krishna? He is Krishna himself, isn't it? But he came as a devotee. Krishna is Bhagavan. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Bhagavan. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. There is nobody who is superior to me, O Dhananjaya, O Arjuna. He is supreme. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sajidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karanam Karanam. Brahma Sangita says, Krishna Parameswara, Supreme Iswara, he has a form, body, is Sat, Chit, Anandamaya, Sanamaya, Chinmaya, Anandamaya, full of eternality, full of knowledge, full of pleasure, blissfulness, Anandamaya. Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is Anadi, he has no beginning, beginningless, but he is the beginning of everything. Sarva Adi, Sarva Karana Karana, that Govinda, the cause of all causes, isn't it? And Krishna says that thing in Bhagavad Gita. And this thing I was saying, and repeatedly we say this thing. One should understand Krishna in tattva. Janma karmam same divyam evam juviti tattvataha. Tektva deham punarjanma nayeti sammangiti Arjuna. Fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this thing. My birth or my appearance, my activities are not material, it is transcendental and should be understood in tattva, in truth. One who can understand it in tattva after quitting his body, he will come to me. He will never take birth here again. No punarjanma, no rebirth. That is the purpose of our human birth, the supreme perfection of human birth. To understand Krishna in tattva and go back home, back to Godhead, to go get Krishna. That is, you understand? So, Krishna says this thing and gives his confidential, more confidential and most confidential instructions. Here in this Bhagavad Gita, this is the message of Krishna, this direct words coming out from the lips of Krishna. This Bhagavad Gita is known as Gitopanishad. Upanishads are topmost portion of Veda. Vedas come out from the breathing of the Supreme Lord, whereas this Bhagavad Gita has come out directly from the lips of the Supreme Lord. So this is Gitopanishad, essence of all Vedas, Upanishads, and most important thing, message. And Krishna came 5,000 years ago and gave his message through Arjuna, through whole mankind. To whole mankind he gave this message. Why he gave this message? Yes? You say? Why he gave this message? Yeah. Yes? What benefit? By giving this message, what benefit will be there? Through this message? Huh? Yes? Shrudam Sarvabhutanam. Fifth chapter, last verse of fifth chapter says. Huh? Do you understand? Shrudam Sarvabhutanam. I am the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. Bhaktaram Jagatapasang Sarvaloka Maheswaram Shrudam Sarvabhutanam Gyantamang Santing Ruchati. How can one get peace? Peace formula he gave. I am Bhaktaro. I am the only enjoyer. Do you understand? Sarvalok Maheswar. I am Supreme Ishwar, Master, Ishwar, Controller of all the planets, both material and spiritual. Srahudam Sravhutanam, and the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. Gyantvamang Santing Ruchati. One who understands this thing, he'll get peace. You understand? Huh? Sruhuda, he is only well-wishing friend. He's always thinking of us, though we conditioned souls have forgotten him. He has not forgotten. So, he comes here. He has no business here in this material world. He has his abode there, topmost planet in spiritual kingdom, that is Golok Vrindavan, that is Krishna Loka, Krishna's planet. He is there, he is manifesting, is engaged in his eternal leelas there. He has no business here. But he comes, descends here, because he is Sruhuda. He is the only well-wishing friend. Huh? And he manifests his leelas, transcendental leelas here, in this material world. This material world is temporary, asaswadam, dukkhalayam. It's not eternal, it is temporary. It is created and it will be annihilated. Creation is there, annihilation is there. But that world is eternal. There is no creation, no annihilation. It's eternal. It is dukkhalaya, it is miserable existence. Material existence means miserable existence. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha dosanu darsanam. These are miseries, birth, death, old age, and disease. Three tapas are there. Adhyatmika, adhidaivika, adhibhautik. All have been afflicted with these three tapas. As if they are in a frying pan. Frying pan. Do you understand? All are. So, how they will get peace? How they will free from this? Krishna is always thinking and making arrangements. So he comes here, descends here, and manifests his leelas, transcendental leelas here. Why?
With the pleasure to attract the conditioned soul back to the pleasure of the soul.
Can a conditioned soul understand this thing? No. Then why he does so? Huh? That's all right, I understand. But my point is different. Do you understand? Conditioned soul cannot understand this thing. And it's understood in Tattva. Huh? Conditioned soul cannot understand this thing in Tattva by dint of his own merit, own intelligence, own scholarship. No. Still he comes and manifests realize why? Because this will be recorded. You understand? This will be recorded. Do you understand my language?
I think so.
This will be recorded. So this is recorded. Here, Vyasdev has recorded it. What message he get? Isn't it? Vyasdev has recorded it. It's about thought now. About Gita. Huh? Isn't it? Vyasdev recorded. Srimad Bhagavatam. Book thought. Huh? This should be read, this should be recited, this should be heard. Bhajanam kirtanam. Huh? Shravanam kirtanam. Do you understand? Huh? What's your name? David? Oh, that David, this is one David. Mr. David, do you understand? Huh? This should be Shravanam kirtanam. To be heard and spoken. Do you understand? Krishna Katha is not material, it's transcendental, ever fresh and new. Do you understand? And if someone will hear the conditioned soul, if he hears from the right source, from the lips of a pure devotee, do you understand? Sadhu. If he is fortunate enough, do you understand? If he comes and associates with sadhu. Sadhu means pure devotee. Sadhu means completely surrendered unto Krishna. Do you understand? The chief symptom of sadhu has no other business. And sadhu only speaks about Krishna. As soon as opens his mouth, he speaks about his Krishna. He does Krishna Kirtan, nothing else. And one is fortunate soul. He comes and associates and hears. Concentrate attention, what sadhu says. You understand? With full faith, Shraddha. You understand? Then we can revive his consciousness. If he hears Krishna Katha, Shunatan Sokatha Krishna Punya Sravana Kirtana, Jastho hi Abhadrani Vidhunoti Srutsadan. Bhagavatam says. So many material contaminations are there that it has accumulated. It has been accumulated in the heart from many lakhs of births. You understand? This big mound is there, like Himalayan mountain. Such filth is there in their heart. Isn't it? They're not pure. How that filth will be cleansed off? How? Unless it is cleansed off. Do you understand? The heart cannot be pure. The Krishna cannot appear there, manifest there. Do you understand? Yes. How? What's the process? Mr. David, follow? Hearing it, this katha, that Krishna descended here, manifested this Leela, gave this message, is recorded. Do you understand? The sadhus, their devotees, they also anugrahaya charanti bhavyani bhutani janardanasya. They also come here, descend here, out of mercy. They don't belong to this material world. They are intimate associates of Krishna. They are always with Krishna in that abode. You understand? As Krishna descends, so the sadhus, Vaishnavas, devotees of Lord Janardana, Lord Krishna, anugrahaya charanti bhavyani bhutani janardanasya. Do you understand? The devotees, they are devotees of Lord Janardana, Lord Krishna. They also anugrahaya, out of mercy, out of compassion for these fallen souls, suffering souls. They descend here. Do you understand? They wander here. They are always there. They are wandering. Why? Tarite pahamor, to deliver these fallen souls, degraded souls. Do you understand? How they can deliver? By speaking Krishna Katha. Do you understand? They speak. They do kirtan, Krishna kirtan. Do you understand? What Krishna has said, what are Krishna's pastimes, how is Krishna, how does he look, how he is to be served, all these things they speak. They know. You understand? And the conditioned soul, if he is fortunate, if he hears it, this is a transcendental sound vibration, this is a material sound, transcendental sound. It touches his ear. Do you understand? His consciousness becomes purified. And he constantly associates with this devotees, sadhus, and hears Krishna Katha. And gradually, that accumulated filth in the heart, like Himalayan mountain, becomes cleansed off. Shunatang Sokatha Krishna. Punya Sravana Kirtana, Udyastho hi Abhadrani Vidhunoti Srutsadam. This is the only process. Only by hearing Krishna Katha, transcendental Katha, nectarian Katha, from the right source, from the lips of a pure devotee. You understand? Sadhu, your all material contamination will be cleansed off from the heart. The heart will be purified. Pure. Then Krishna will manifest there. Otherwise. So this katha is meant for this. One should hear. Huh? One should hear strong. So Krishna comes, descends, manifests his leelas, and the devotees, empowered incarnations like Vasudev, they write books, recorded, especially in Kali Yuga, books are required. By hearing, you cannot remember. Short time you will remember. Now you are hearing. As soon as you get out of the room, then you forget. If I ask, tell me, you cannot repeat everything. You have forgotten most portions. Do you understand? 10% may. May 10% you repeat. 90% you have forgotten. Forgetfulness is there. Mandas manda matayo manda bhagyahi upadrita. Huh? Prayana payusa kalabas minjugi jana. Kali Yuga. Do you understand? Everything bad. Memory is bad. Fortune is bad. Do you understand? Everything bad. Lifespan becomes shorter, shorter, shorter. Huh? Because of these sinful activities. Huh? So books are there. You'll hear and then turn the pages of the books and read it. Oh yes, I have heard. Then it becomes, there is remembrance. Do you understand? Yes, I have heard from sadhu. Now it is here, recorded. Do you understand? Therefore, it is so Krishna comes and manifests Leela, gives you the message. Huh? Do you understand? Otherwise, why he'll come? So, Krishna, though, because he is our only valuing friend, he gave all his messages, confidential, more confidential, most confidential. And after this, he gave at the end of Kali, Dwapar Yuga and beginning of Kali Yuga. It's Kurukshetra Leela. Do you understand? In Kurukshetra, battlefield of Kurukshetra, he gave this message through Arjuna to whole mankind. Then, after that, he wound up. His Leela went back to his abode. There he's thinking. There he is thinking. Oh, I gave everything. Confidential, more confidential, most confidential instructions through Arjuna to whole mankind. How many can understand this in Tattva? And this Kali Yuga is there. Most sinful as, degraded as, all are committing sinful activities, addicted, consciously or unconsciously. Consciousness is so polluted, inferior. Do you understand? How can they understand? And I have only said theoretically. Do you understand? Sarvarman pritijya mamekam saranam braja is last concluding instruction. Giving up all varieties of dharma, just surrender unto me. Manvana bhava mad bhakta madjaji mang namaskuru. Think of me. Only keep me in your mind. Become my bhakta. Worship me. Pay obeisance to me. Then you'll come to me. The most confidential instruction. But how many of the Kali Yuga people can understand? They are always engaged in sinful activities. They are eating stools, isn't it? They are eating stools like hogs. Sense gratification means eating stools, isn't it? Cold wine, roasted chicken. So many big billboards. 24 hour. Liquor. It's eating stool. All are engaged. What is their consciousness? So polluted, low consciousness. How can they understand? They don't know the nectar. They are not tasting nectar. They are all eating stool. So I have only said this theoretically. I have not practically demonstrated how to surrender. The theoretically saying will not help. Example is better than precept. General saying, isn't it? Example is better than precept. So I have not demonstrated it. So I have to go again. I have to go again and teach practically how to surrender into Krishna. Do you understand? How? That is Saranagati. How to surrender, to teach I have to go again. So he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, assuming the mood of bhakta. Krishna is Bhagavan. Krishna is not bhakta. We are all bhaktas. Do you understand me, Mr. David? Huh? Ek only Ishwara Krishna are so bhaktya. Krishna is the only Lord, Supreme Lord, Master. All others are his servants. Hariste katatvam vidishiva suresa pranamitam. Lord Hari is supreme truth. Even Vidhi, Brahma, Shiva, Suresa, the king of heaven, Indra, all are his servants. Only he is the master. Do you understand? But Master, Supreme Master Krishna came as Bhakta. Do you understand? As devotee, servant. Servant of Krishna. Apani karimu bhakta bhava angikare, apani achori bhakti sikhamu sabhare. I will go, assuming the mood of bhakta. Do you understand? Cultivate bhakti in my life and teach bhakti. How to surrender, how to serve Krishna. Do you understand? That is Mahaprabhu. Do you understand? This is Mahaprabhu. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is Krishna himself. In Tattva, there is no difference between Krishna and Gaura. But this is difference. His mood is different. Do you understand, Mr. David? Mahaprabhu's Gauranga's mood is different. Krishna's mood is Bhagavan mood. Huh? Do you understand my language? Gauranga's mood is mood of bhakta. This is difference. Otherwise, no difference. Isn't it? You understand? What's your name? Ivan? Huh? Ivan? Bhakta Ivan. All right. You should understand Bhakta Ivan. Huh? This is only different. Otherwise, no difference. Huh? It's mood of devotee. Huh? He is practically teaching us how to surrender unto Krishna. How to cultivate devotion unto Krishna. How to develop devotion. Do you understand? He is teaching. Mahaprabhu is teaching. Do you follow? Devotion, bhakti means to serve Krishna. Bhakta means servant. Servant of Krishna. That is bhakta. Bhakti means service unto Krishna. Do you understand? That is bhakti. Huh? You have a master and you are the servant. You have to serve him. Master said, massage my leg. So you should massage the leg of your master. Give him pleasure. Huh? So Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, he is practically teaching us how to serve Krishna. And is crying for Krishna. And though he is Krishna himself, Hari Hari bolite noyanu bahe. Uttering name of Hari sheds tear. Isn't it? Gauranga. Huh? He is serving Krishna. Though he is Krishna. That means Krishna is massaging his own legs with his own hands. Do you understand my language? What I say? This is philosophy. Very confidential philosophy. Krishna is serving, massaging his own legs with his own hands. That is Mahaprabhu. Huh? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhagante man buddha bhava samannita. Do you understand? Are you reading Bhagavad Gita, Mr. David? Yes. Every day you should read. If not more, at least one verse. Read. What translation, then purport of Srila Prabhupada. Very minutely, concentrate attention, you read. If not more, at least one verse. Do you understand, Mr. Ivan? This is Krishna's message. Transcendental. Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate. Iti matva bhajanti mang buddha bhava samannita. Do you know the meaning of this verse, Mr. Ivan? Don't know?
The source of all is spiritual. The source of all spiritual and real there again. Why is it not as perfect engaged by pushing people?
Yes. I am the source of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhava. Matta sarvam pravartate. Do you understand? Everything has emanated from him. Is the source of all emanations. Isn't it? Krishna said, I am the source of all emanations. Everything has emanated from me. Huh? Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam. Iti matta bhajanti mang. Buddha bhava samannita. Buddha means learned, Pandit. Do you understand? That is Buddha. Those who know this thing, huh? That Krishna is the source of all emanations. Everything has emanated from Krishna. In other words, everything is related to Krishna. Isn't it? Do you follow? Mr. Ivan? Everything is related to Krishna. You are related to Krishna. He is related to Krishna. I am related to Krishna. All living entities are related to Krishna. Whatever you see here in cosmic manifestation, everything is related. This is related to Krishna. This is related to Krishna. This is related to Krishna. Everything is related. Isn't it? Huh? Is there anything which is not related to Krishna? No. Nothing. Do you understand? Buddha, those are real Pandits, learned. They know this thing. Iti matva bhajanti mang buddha bhava samannita. Then the learned Pandits, knowing this, they do my bhajan. Do you understand? They do my bhajan. How? Bhava samannita, with that mood. What is that mood? Huh? What is that mood? Bhava means mood. What is the mood? That mood they do bhajan. They do my bhajan.
Oh, policy. With great attention.
Mood of love. You should understand, Mr. David. Mood of love. Do you understand? Is bhava means mood of love. Prema bhava, pritir bhava. Do you understand? Krishna is the only object of love. Huh? Is there any object of love? Krishna is the only object of love. Because he is only relationship. Huh? Everything has come out from him. He is the source of all emanations. Everything has emanated from him. So, everything is related to him. So, in one relationship we have. Isn't it? Huh? This fact. But, this is what sort of relationship is this?
Serving the master.
It is the eternal relationship. Nitya samandha. Again, loving relationship. Pritir samandha. Do you understand, Mr. David? Huh? It's eternal and loving relationship. Then this is most important thing that Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Iti matva bhajanti mang buddha bhava samannita. Those who are real learned, Pandit, they know this thing, they do my bhajan in this mood of love. Because we have perfect, eternal, loving relationship with Krishna. Isn't it? Huh? Do you follow my language? We have perfect, eternal, loving relationship with Krishna. This relationship based on love, therefore Krishna is the only object of love. This belongs to Krishna, this belongs to Krishna, you belong to Krishna, I belong to Krishna, he belongs to Krishna. Everything, whatever you see here, belongs to Krishna, related to Krishna. It is Krishna's. Huh? So if you develop love for Krishna, then you can love one and all. Huh? Otherwise, there is no question of love. In this material world, we have not developed that relationship. Huh? We have not developed that relationship in this material world. What sort of relationship we have developed here? Yes, Bola, David.
Relationship with my
We have developed relationship with this body, bodily relationship, isn't it? Huh? Material relationship, huh? Temporary relationship. Material means temporary. Huh? Material means temporary. Adyantabanta. Huh? It has its beginning and end. All arrangements in this material world are temporary. Because this is temporary. Isn't it, Mr. Ivan? Saswatam is not eternal material world, material existence. It is temporary. So relationship is temporary. Bodily relationship is temporary. Do you understand? Material, we have not developed relationship with Krishna, which is eternal, perfect, loving relationship. Krishna says, and you have to develop it. Isn't it? We have completely forgotten Krishna, completely forgotten our own identification, own constitutional position. Mahaprabhu came, he taught us. Jiver Swarupa hoy, Krishner Nitya Das. This is your real Swarup, Mr. David. Huh? You are eternal servant of Krishna. Huh? Eternal servant of Krishna. That is real Swarup. But you have forgotten. Huh? If you hear from sadhu who knows these things, then you revive this relationship. Otherwise, you cannot. Huh? And this loving relationship. Everything belongs to Krishna. Everything is related to Krishna. Huh? But this body, material body, is temporary. It has its birth and death. Any moment it dies, it's finished. So whatever relationship we have developed here, these are all material relationships, temporary relationships. If we categorize these relationships, we'll find 5 categories. 5 categories of relationship. Do you know, Mr. Ivan? What are those 5 categories of relationship? No, this material relationship I speak of. Yes. That's 5 categories. You understand? What is that? Master and servant relationship. Here is that. Master and servant. Huh? One is serving. You understand? Material master, isn't it? I am a servant. You understand? Materials, master and servant relationship. Father and son relationship, isn't it? Husband and wife relationship, isn't it? Friend and friend relationship, bandhu bhav, and other relationships, apart from Allah. Do you understand? These 5 categories of relationships are also here. And they are all, these relations based on this material body as temporary relationships. This relationship done based on relationship with Krishna, is eternal loving relationship, isn't it? As soon as this body finished, this relationship is finished, isn't it? No more. Because it's eternal. It's not eternal. It's temporary. It's material. But Krishna teaches this thing. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate iti matva vadante mang buddha bhava samannita. I am the source of all emanations. Everything has emanated from me. I am the only relationship, chief relationship. Do you understand? Those are Buddha, learned persons, They know it and they do my bhajan with this mood of love. Mood of love. Yes. Mahaprabhu came and he taught the same thing. Kirtaniya sada hari. Trunadapi sunichena taroriva sahisnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari. Isn't it? Mahaprabhu's teaching. Kirtaniya sada hari. Lord Hari should be always chanted, glorified, thought of. Isn't it? Why? Why? Because we have this perfect, eternal, loving relationship with Krishna, with Lord Hari. You understand? If you love somebody, then mind will think of him. Isn't it? Stupid mind. Otherwise, the stupid mind will never think of this. You have developed relationship here with a married person, the husband and wife relationship. So she has developed relationship with his wife. Dear wife, always thinking of, oh, the jokes, the smilings, the gesture, the posture, my wife is so nice. Always stupid mind thinks, isn't it? Yes. Small kids are there. They've not started speaking, mommy, daddy, do that. Oh, so nice to hear. Kalakharanam. Very nice to hear. The small kids just started speaking broken language. So stupid mind thinks of that thing. Isn't it? Where is the thought of Krishna? No. You understand? The stupid mind likes somebody, then thinks of, oh, my friend, Mr. Ivan, very nice person. He helps me a lot. He likes me, I like him. So he's thinking of his material friend, isn't it? But Mr. Bob, wicked, rascal, he's rascal. He's rascal. Bob is rascal. Ivan is my friend, good friend. Isn't it? Then question of rag and God, there's liking and disliking. Isn't it? Here in material world. But Krishna says, I am the source of all emanation. Everything is emanated from me. And Krishna is the only relationship. If you develop this relationship, then there is no question of liking and disliking. Rag and Dvesh. Yes. Mr. Ivan is related to Krishna. I am related to Krishna. And Bob is also related to Krishna. How will it be that I like Mr. Ivan and hate, dislike Bob? Bolo. Isn't it? Because of this material relation, temporary relationship, bodily relationship, this is there, liking and disliking. But to develop your eternal, perfect, eternal, loving relationship with Krishna, then there's no question of liking, disliking. Isn't it? You love one and all. One and all. Because he belongs to Krishna. I belong to Krishna. Mr. Bob belongs to Krishna. This thing belongs, everything belongs to. Oh, this is Krishna's. This is beloved, my beloved. Do you understand? My dear Lord of the heart. So how can I hate him? How can I dislike him? You understand? Yes, you love him. This is Priti Tattva. That Gita, in Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna taught it, and Mahaprabhu came, he taught it. Kirtanya Sada Hari. Do always Hari Kirtan, because with Lord Hari we have this eternal, perfect, loving relationship. And all these relations, what I say, master and servant relationship, husband and wife relationship, father and son relationship, friend and friend relationship, other relations, all these material relations should base on that relationship with Krishna, then it will be perfect relationship. Then all these relations will never trouble you, never give you misery. As these relationships are not based on the relations with Krishna, all these relationships, they trouble you, they give you misery. That is only reason. Saita samandha samandha amar. Dear devotee of Mahaprabhu, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says this thing. Saita samandha samandha amar. We have only one relationship, the relationship with Krishna. We should develop that relationship. That is perfect, eternal, loving relationship. Then there will be no trouble, no disturbances, no misery. It's all happy and blissful. Do you understand? This is teaching. All right. Now 7:30. Thank you. Yeah. Go. Should be constantly attached to it, eternally. Then we'll be always in transcendental blissful space. No misery, nothing. But we have forgotten Krishna, being captured by Maya. We understand, coming in contact with Maya. Completely forgotten Krishna. And forgotten such relationship with Krishna. We have eternal, perfect eternal loving relations with Krishna. They're based on love. You understand? So, when coming in contact with Maya, which is temporary, the material world, and whose consequence is all misery, suffering only. You understand? Nothing else. The samsparja bhoga, dukkha jona evati, adyantamanta kaunteya, nati sramati buddha. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this thing. Samsparja bhoga. The enjoyment we get through our senses, material senses, touch of senses. Yes. It is adyantavanta. It's temporary. It has beginning, end, and consequences unlimited misery. Dukkha jonaya, unlimited misery. Whose consequences unlimited misery, is it really happiness or pleasure? Not. Whose consequences unlimited misery and distress, unhappiness. Krishna is all blissful. Krishna is all pleasure, source of all pleasure, all blissfulness. And we are eternal servants. And we have eternal, perfect, eternal, loving relationship with Him. And we should be eternally related to Him. Then we will always in transcendental, blissful state. No question of misery at all. You understand? And whatever you see here in this material world, this is a manifestation of the material energy of the Lord, which is one of the energies of the multi-energies of the Lord. Is energetic. And it has also emanated from Krishna. So it's also related to Krishna. And we should see that thing and we should understand this thing that everything is related to Krishna. Isn't it? All the living entities and whatever you see here, find here in this material or cosmic manifestation, everything is related to Krishna. Because it is the source for emanation also. You understand? So that is only one relationship. There is a relationship with Krishna. No other relationship is there. Forgetting Krishna, we established here material relationship based on this bodily relationship, the material body. Therefore, we suffer, we get misery and unhappiness because we have not established our true relationship. That is with Krishna, who is eternal, perfect, loving relation based on love. And only one thing we have to do, that we have to just re-establish that relationship. And whatever relationships we have here in material world, master and servant relationship, father and son relationship, husband and wife relationship, friend and friend relationship and other relationships. All relationships should base on that relationship with Krishna. Then it is perfect relationship. And you will get all pleasant happiness. No disturbance, no problems, no suffering. Otherwise, all these relationships, material relationships, will give you distress and happiness and suffering, and is also giving. This is the only thing. So this Krishna taught that thing, and Mahaprabhu came with Krishna and practically taught us how to develop this relationship and always attached to Krishna. Don't forget Krishna even for a moment. Everything is, oh, this is Krishna's. Yes. Mr. Aura belongs to Krishna. Mr. Sarma belongs to Krishna. He belongs to Krishna. I belong to he belongs. Everything belongs to Krishna. It's all Krishna's. Then where is the scope to forget Krishna? No question at all. Do you understand? So everything is to be utilized for Krishna's service. Do you understand? And Krishna, we have loving relationship with Krishna, eternal loving. Krishna is the only object of love. Huh? When you see this relation, one relation, how can I hate anybody? No, it belongs to Krishna. He is my lover, beloved. So there is love. You can develop love for one and all. If you can develop love for Krishna, then you can develop love one and all. Otherwise, no question at all. There will be rag and dvesh, liking and disliking, hatred. Mr. Aura is my friend, so I like him. Huh? Mr. Sarma is not my friend, I dislike him. It's rag and dvesh. Huh? But if there's only one relationship Krishna will be established, there's no such question. It's all loving relationship. That is our teaching. And I hope you should develop that relationship. Give up all this material bodily relationship. Huh? And be happy. Thank you.
Why in the material level, the people are so much engrossed with the skin disease and bodily relationship where people are saying we have learned from Mameti, particularly.
Mameti, yes.
And we are sometimes so much engrossed in this. This is my brother, my sister, my mother, my son, my daughter, my this, my that. And we, knowing that this is our real relationship with Krishna, and when something has to be done for Krishna, sometimes we try to give preference to somebody else while he should get the top preference.
Yes, that's the only relationship. Relationship. Yes. What you say, my wife, she is Krishna Dasi. And you are Krishna Dasa. Huh? But you have forgotten it. That is why. Because Maya has made you forgotten. Maya makes you forget. Do you understand? One forget. That's Maya's work. Maya's covering activity. It's Avaranatmika Kriya and Prakhipatmika Kriya. Two activities Maya has. She covers up your real identification. Then there you forget, makes you forget. And she never allows you to go to Krishna. Creates great stumbling blocks. Prevents and impediments. Maya creates all these things.
Who created Maya?
Maya, I say, is one of the potencies of Krishna.
That is also creation of Krishna.
Yes, Krishna's potency. Krishna is the, Shaktiman, and Shakti. Do you understand? Energetic and energy.
Out of the free energy, which is Sandhini,
That is spiritual energy, Chit Shakti. But Maya is external inferior energy, is material energy, external energy. That's internal energy.
internal energy.
And Why Krishna has created? Because why? One example is there. Why government has prison house? What is the necessity? What is the necessity? Because those who violate government's law, they will put into prison and suffer there. Punishment will be inflicted. Otherwise, how they will be rectified? You understand? Similarly, those who violate God's law, huh? They will be captured by Maya.
Material world.
Huh? The material world is the prison house created by Maya. You understand? So Maya inflicts punishment on you. You understand? As long as you are here in this is prison house, this is Dandakala. This is time for punishment. Isn't it? As long as one prisoner is there in prison house, he is under punishment. So as long as one is here in this material world, he is under punishment. Because he is a great criminal, he has committed a crime.
We got only temporary material happiness as
But consequence is unlimited misery, I say. And Krishna has said, Buddha, those are real learned pandits, they don't run after it. No, that's not real happiness and pleasure. It's constant misery. As for example, you see, the light, very effulgent light, huh? When it is born, you see innumerable insects, they come, run towards it because they think, oh, it is an object of enjoyment, we'll enjoy it. As soon as they come in contact with it, fall, burn to ashes, they are burnt. Because of ignorance only. They don't know. If they would have known this thing, why did they come here? No, that's not object of enjoyment. That's a burning fire. You understand? If we go and come in contact with it, we will burn to ashes. So the ignorance is the only cause of suffering, nothing else. Therefore Krishna comes, his devotees, sadhu, Mahajanas, Mahatmas, they come here, they impart this teaching, Tattva-jnana. Otherwise, how a conditioned soul can be taught?
is a pure devotee of Krishna.
Huh?
Maya is a pure devotee.
Maya does thankless job. As long as you have not turned your face towards Krishna, Maya won't cease giving you losses. Maya is doing, in my language of my Guru Maharaj, Maya is doing a thankless job. Yes. Yes, Maya is Krishna Dasi. Yes.
Right? Is it not the form that even when you try to turn to Krishna, the Maya tests you out to make sure how genuine your desire is?
Yes, Maya is testing you.
And after
Yes.
it's tested you completely,
Mhm.
then it makes the job a little easier for you.
Yes. Maya, through Maya, Krishna tests. Through Maya, Krishna tests. Do you understand? Yes. Therefore I say Maya is doing thankless job. That's the language of my Guru Maharaj. Maya is doing very nice job. Oh, she's giving us losses. Severe, more severe and more severe losses. As long as you have not turned your face towards Krishna, she will never cease giving you losses. That's thankless job she's doing. Yes, indirectly, that's indirectly. And you have to conquer Maya. Mame vaje prapadyante, Maya me tantorantite. Only this one process. To surrender completely unto the master of Maya. Mayadhisa is Krishna. Then Maya will set you free. Otherwise, Maya won't set you free from the prison house. That is teachings in Bhagavad Gita.
Well, even for conditioned soul, it's directly coming from Krishna through Maya.
Nonsense. Directly Krishna through Maya. Why?
Well, indirectly.
Now it comes from Mame vaje prapadyante, Maya me tantoranti. One is complete surrender. He has conquered Maya. Why will he come to Maya again?
Conditioned soul, I was saying, conditioned soul.
Conditional soul. Who is conditional soul? Who is captured by Maya? He is conditional soul. Who is with Krishna? He is not conditional soul. Then
And I'm saying punishment is inflicted from Maya, but Krishna's doing it ultimately through Maya. He said.
Maya, that is Krishna's order to Maya. One who violate. Huh? So he's one who tries to lord it over my property and enjoy it is a great criminal. He should be put into prison house and punishment should be inflicted on him. That is his her master's order. Her master's orders. Her master is Krishna, Mayadhisa. Krishna is Mayadhisa, master of Maya.
Yeah, falsely claiming
Yes.
things which we don't have.
Yes.
Don't belong to us.
Yes.
Like people who are walking to the Bank of America and saying this belongs to me. Actually, Bank of America doesn't belong to the guy. So
Similarly, yes. Krishna is the only proprietor, everything his property, but you say it's my property. Then that is criminal mentality. You're committing crime. So you are a criminal. Vishnu's property, Krishna's property is saying mine. That is the criminal. Criminal mentality, crime you committed. Therefore you are here. Otherwise, why will be here? That is the only reason. Aham mameti. Janasya mohyam aham mameti. Ata griha khetra sutta apta vitir. Janasya mohyam aham mameti. Griha, this house is mine. Huh? Khetra, landed property is mine. You understand? Vita, this wealth is mine. Huh? Children are mine. Wife is mine. Family is mine. Everything mine. I and mine. Yeah. Janasya moha. This is delusion. Everything belongs to Krishna. You say mine. This is delusion. Yes. Aham mameti. I and mine. Give up this I and mine. Everything. I belong to Krishna. This house belongs to Krishna. This land, this country, everything, whatever is it, all belongs to Krishna. Krishna's property. Krishna is the only proprietor. One who has property is proprietor. I have no property, still I say I am proprietor. This is crime. Yeah. Nothing else. That property Maharaj say. That's Shastra say, all Mahajanas say.
but one of the things to mention that once we try to serve Krishna,
Mm.
accept him as our master,
Mm.
then there's no problem because if you are treating everything for service of Krishna, just like Yudhishthira Maharaj, and then everything belongs to Krishna, you can serve, being a servant of Krishna, you can enjoy.
You belong to Krishna. You are Krishna's servant. Krishna is your master. Then your body belongs to Krishna. Everything, what you say mine, it belongs to Krishna. Yes, utilize everything for service of Krishna, no problem. Yes. All right. Thank you. I am not making anything.
No, we could be blessed with this association.
Whatever program that Maharaj has made it.
I just don't want to give him
We are not making anything. That's all it is. Maharaj said, program will be in the temple, 6:30 to 7:30, 1 hour, you sharp finish, then you'll go there, it will take 45 minutes, reach there, then take prasad, come back, again 45 minutes. Then we'll take rest, then we'll early in the morning we have to get up. Tight program, you see. Otherwise you'd have come here earlier and we have made program here. Nice. Bhajan, Kirtan, Krishna Katha.
We got the whole preparation done here for that purpose because I think now it's gone to then more devotees coming. He thought he'd be about 10 to 15 devotees coming and then we come good Kirtan program. So I didn't invite people. I simply asked Mr. Arora to come down.
Anyhow, what is Krishna's will that took place? All right. Krishna is supreme will.
Yeah, we were- I want to have the association.
Otherwise, all I know is Krishna will sustain. What to do? He is supreme. Yeah, his will is supreme.
Maharaj will be giving programs tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. So you're welcome to come to the temple. Sunday's temple. Tomorrow, I don't know the program, but you know the program?
Tomorrow, Brahma and the Roy. There's always a program. And Saturday, it was yeah, I think there's a program.
So please, I know for Saturday we have a program here on speaker on every first Saturday of the month.
Anyhow, what program Maharaj has made? We have not made anything.
Go to Barry yet, Maharaj?
Huh?
Go to Barry.
I don't. Do you know Vishnu Tattva?
Who is? I don't know.
Well, there's a devotee in Barry also.
I don't know. We are not going there, I think.
I don't think so.
No.
There's so many places where you cannot go.
Yeah.
Limited amount of time.
Krishna's given.
Orissa, Jagannath Puri. Yes, Jagannath Puri. Close to Bhubaneswar is capital of Orissa.
Very central there.
Yes.
When are you using that man? I didn't know. Are you sure? When are you using that?
Back. At the end of this month, 27th June.
We are planning to go to India in July and August.
Come to Jagannath Puri, come to Bhubaneswar.
You'll be there then.
Huh?
You'll be there then. July and August.
Up to mid-July.
At the middle of July. We are not. I don't think it's reaching come. We are thinking of going to Badrinath Dham and to Kedarnath.
Oh, then come to Purushottam Dham. That's one of 4 dhamas. Purushottam Dham is Jagannath Puri Dham. Mahaprabhu's very, very dear place, favorite. Mahaprabhu continuously stayed there 18 years and disappeared there. You must visit that dham.
I have a desire to visit, but let's see how it works out because we have a short time.
Mm.
We have no persistence. And if we're going to work out, we'll definitely make it.
Yes. Mm.
In the Puri, have they changed the things? Because remember at one time, the devotees cannot, like Western devotees cannot go into the
No, this is still prevails. Yes. No. Who say, who will say? We know it, but those who are in the managing affairs there, they don't accept it, you see. They have skin disease. Skin disease. Mm.
Bring the wife elephants in India. And then they'll realize that they don't understand things. And that would also be a problem that they would not allow them to go to the camps. But gradually now they are accepting. They understand.
Yes.
Our dears goes in that
Mm.
better than some of the,
Definitely.
right?
Definitely. And Prabhupada said, and previous Acharya, they have all said, don't be very eager to see the Lord, but you serve the Lord in such a way, loving way, that Lord will be very eager to come and to see you. Do you understand, Mr. Sarma? That is, they say. Even Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, they're not going. Haridas Thakur didn't go,
Oh, yes.
enter. And so no, we are very low, degraded. We want to go. But Jagannath, every day he was coming to him and giving him darshan. Yes, yes, yes.
No.
The Krishna came to him. Krishna came to them. That is what.
But then what we do to explain to them, what is yours? Try chapati, why don't you?
I went inside. I went in.
Well, you will pass. You can pass through this like an Indian did. Nobody would know.
Like when he put straight out, like yeah, one of the funders did.
Yes.
I didn't say a word like this. I was with Vic Alley devotee.
Oh yeah. But that's wrong. That's not. Because in India, even in the olden days, it was never the thing because if the temples were open for everybody. Even in Bhagavatam, for Kirat, everybody is allowed. No question.
Why? Lord is for one and all. Jagannath means master of whole universe, whole world.
Master of a wisdom.
It's not said so. Jagannath, whole universe.
Many universes.
Yes.
Many. There was a great story about this poet, the mountain of Rajasthan. They didn't allow us to get to the temple. He was one of the
I say we should not be eager such things. You become such a devotee, dear devotee of Krishna. Krishna will come to you to see you. We don't bother our heads about it.
used to mention
Prabhupada went to Jagannath Puri. He didn't go to Jagannath temple, no? No.
another conversation mentioned great devotion. So Lord Krishna came to see him and
Kannada, huh? Hmm.
she told me about afternoon. No, you
It's not my will, it's Krishna's will.
if you desire, he'll definitely.
Krishna is the ultimate sanctioning authority. If you want sanction, my desires will not be fulfilled. Man supposes, God disposes. Asa matra jiva kore tabo icha phale. Bhakti Vinod Thakur says. Man supposes, God disposes. He is the sanctioning authority. Unless sanctions, my desire will never be fulfilled. I had that desire. I came in 1986 to America, USA. I had granted Canada visa at that time. I had my desire to come to Canada, but I couldn't come.
86.
In 86, I couldn't come. I came to New York, then came to Philadelphia, then Gitanagari. Then I had planned to go to this New Vrindavan.
Yes.
Then Canada like this. But Gitanagari, I felt so sick. I cancelled all my program, went back, finished. Yes, Krishna had not sanctioned it, you see. I had that will, I had desire, I granted visa, but I couldn't come. After 6 years, now I came. After 6 years, 86 to 92.
Come now.
Do you understand, Mr. Sharma? I may desire, unless he sanctions, how can it be fulfilled? It's up to Krishna, up to Mahaprabhu. Anumanta, he says, blade of grass will shake, you see, yes. That is, yeah, it's up to them, to Krishna and Mahaprabhu. They will desire. I'm just a puppet in their hands. Unless you have no guru who will inflict discipline on you. Mind is stupid. Huh? Do you understand? Mind is stupid. Stupid mind. Stubborn mind. Disobedient mind. Isn't it? Pagal one, mad mind. Huh? Mad mind. Pagal. Stupid. Disobedient. Stubborn. Ego. This is mind. How can it be controlled? Unless there is discipline, higher command of Shastra and Guru. Do you understand? Yes, and especially in Kali Yuga, very difficult. So, acceptance of Shastra and Guru. Hari Guru Tarunopasana. Fifth canto of Bhagavatam says, this is weapon. Astra means weapon. Hari Guru Tarunopasana. Take shelter of Hari Guru. That is Astra. But they say, Hari Guru says, Shastra says. Then the stupid mind will be controlled. Other no way, no. You cannot control. Do you understand? Yes. Then it will be demoniac civilization, dog civilization, yes. Not human civilization or God civilization, no Vedic civilization. Yes, that's fact. You follow. So this is required. And both husband and wife should accept one guru, should be under the control of one guru. Otherwise there will be disturbances, definitely, in a family life. Do you understand? Yes. We have strict regulation. Then you will be engaged, both of husband and wife should be engaged in the loving service of Krishna under the guidance of that guru. Restricted sex activity, not unrestricted, the strict regulations there, just to procreate Krishna conscious and not sexual enjoyment, no such indulgence. Krishna Dasa and Krishna Dasi, servant of Krishna, man is servant of Krishna, and his wife is maid servant of Krishna. Krishna is the only enjoyer, Krishna is the enjoyer. Jiva is not enjoyer. It's to be enjoyed by Krishna. Do you understand? Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj says, one of his followers was Shambhu Babu. Shambhu Babu. Do you understand? Name was Shambhu. He got married. Then he came to Babaji Maharaj, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, to have his darshan, paid obeisances. So one of the devotees sitting there told Babaji Maharaj, Gaur Kishore, Shambhu Babu has come and he is married now. Then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji said, all right, bhala. Shambhu is married now. Then he said, all right, Shambhu, you should understand your wife whom you have married, she is Krishna Dasi. Do you understand? She is Krishna Dasi. Do you follow my language? Maid servant of Krishna. You are Krishna Dasa. So, Krishna Dasa means Vaishnava. Krishna Dasi means Vaishnavi. Do you understand? So, Vaishnava should be respected. Vaishnavi also should be respected. One should pay respect to a Vaishnava and Vaishnavi. Do you understand? You should pay respect to her because she is Vaishnavi. And she is to be enjoyed by Krishna, not by you. Do you understand? She is Krishna Dasi. And you should take her remnants. Do you understand? Because Vaishnava's remnants is very powerful. Oh, what is that? I'll take her remnants also. This is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji's instruction, you see. Are you doing that thing? Are the Grosthas doing that thing? Always think, oh, she has to serve me. She has to give enjoyment to me. As I say, upasthadeya she has come to give enjoyment to my palate and to my genital. Do you understand? It's not followed. It's not Vedic civilization, it's not Vedic culture. How can you elevate yourself to the highest level of consciousness, complete Krishna consciousness? That is the question. Huh? Do you understand, Payonidhi? Huh? Such discipline is there. Such discipline. All right. Thank you.